What's poppin', y'all? Today, we're gonna be taking a look at will Theo kill Sax to save Davis? If you enjoyed the video, like, sub, you already know we're looking at the GOAT Movie Bot! I hope if Movie Bot ever see my videos, I hope he's like, ha ha ha, my god, I love this Negro. Y'all think Movie Bot a fan? No, Movie Bot not a fan. I'm reaching. But I'm still a fan of that nigga, though. Y'all gotta let me know what you think about Theo Rollins, though.
Davis, I talked to the doctor, and the news isn't good, little bro. Brother. Look, don't go pushing that white boy too hard, all right? I'd rather die in here than have you take my place.
Joe Proctor's death in the final episodes of Power certainly opened the doors for the Power writers to give us a new lawyer, and as always, naturally this game will always bring three elements together. The crime world will always meet law enforcement, and therefore, the men and women involved in the street game will need some level of protection, and that comes in the form of dirty lawyers. So Tasha needed the very best if she was to fire off the murder charge, which turned into a queen pin charge, and nobody would have been more qualified than someone who is familiar with the St. Patrick's history, Joe Proctor. But due to his death, we were introduced to someone new.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, my client, Mr. William Ryan.
You know, just real quick something to point out. Isn't that insane how Tariq's actions came back to bite him in the ass like that? Because, you know, he left the back door open so Tommy could kill Proctor. So pretty much, you know, I mean, I don't know. If Tariq had not done that and Proctor was still here, I feel like Tasha would have been out. It would have been a lot more swift. There would have been none of these backdoor deals with trying to set Tariq up for killing Ghost or trying to fucking like do this other side business with Kane. Like, you know, I feel like Proctor just would have got the job done. Y'all let me know in the comment section what you think though.
Has been railroaded by his colleague.
So in this video, we're going to be breaking down the backstory to Davis McLean, why his role is integral to Tariq St. Patrick, Cooper Saxe, Theo Rollins, as well as the Tejadas. And as usual, we're going to finish on some thoughts and theories for Power Book 2 Ghost Season 3.
Real quick, just also want to know, do y'all think that we see Davis McQueen in cuffs this season? Do y'all think that they're going to play Jacob Banks unknown and walk him through the motherfucking law firm? Y'all gotta let me know in the comment section.
Season 1 started with Tamika as Tasha's lawyer, who's one of a very few characters who remain from Power, who also know almost everything when it comes to the St. Patrick's. And so even though she was someone who was defending Tasha, she knew she couldn't let her lie for her son, who was a real murderer. And so before she could piece any more of the puzzle together, Tasha fired her. Tariq was then tasked with finding a new lawyer who was able to operate without knowing the full truth, and that man was Davis McLean.
I said I wanted to hire you. How much?
You don't have it.
How much?
$500K, liquid, up front. You get that? We'll talk.
We have two characters here who are on the complete different ends of the spectrum. Davis was this big shot lawyer with an undefeated record who towered over Tariq St. Patrick, who was only supposed to be this teenager who shouldn't be anywhere near the level of someone like Davis McLean. That's why he said $500K liquid up front, because not only was he the best, his time was extremely valuable, but we've all learned not to underestimate Tariq St. Patrick, and Davis McLean found out the same. Now, something Power have a history of is name-dropping characters who appear in later episodes or seasons, and they did exactly that when Davis warned Tasha. He's telling her the same thing he told his brother. And so fast forward to Power Book 2 Ghost Season 2. We were introduced to the perfect man to play Methods Man's on-screen brother, Redmond, who goes by the name Theo Rollins. And we're gonna get to that.
I just think it's dope how they done incorporated, like, you know, these like old-time hip-hop artists. You know, they got Mary J. Blige, they got Method Man, they got Redman, like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, they got half Wu-Tang right here.
Later on, because there is a lot to say about Theo's role for Season 3. But McLean soon found out not all.
I'm just saying real quick, so you telling me that stars can get half of Wu-Tang, get Mary J. Blige on the show, but y'all can't put Season 3 out?
As it seems when Cooper Saxe swooped in to charge Tasha as the queen pin, but Tariq was someone who is a quick thinker, very much like Ghost.
If you win, when you win, to take down Saxe and blow up the whole entire U.S. Attorney's office. Would you do that? You'd be known as the most powerful criminal defense attorney in New York.
And that's very true because after he got Tasha off the case, we seen, I mean, bro was getting interviewed all over the place. I mean, like, his life was going nowhere but up.
And so season 1 continued with a back and forth between Cooper Saxe and Davis McLean, but they eventually formed a partnership behind Tariq's back after they realized it was Tariq behind Ghost's murder and not Tasha, and that pretty much set the foundation to who Davis McLean was. He was someone who was all about money and fame, and he was willing to win at all costs, even if it meant giving up his client's very own son. But the story definitely was a bit more complicated than them just working together, because McLean wasn't just going behind Tariq's back, he was also going behind Paula's back, someone who he was sleeping with.
Do y'all think that we're going to get introduced to Davis McQueen's wife in season 3? Y'all gotta let me know in the comment section.
Marilyn will notice if it's missing. I know I would.
And again, this is something I'm going to come back around to, which ties in with Davis McLean's backstory, because Davis McLean's wife is someone who I think will be introduced in season 3. But season 1 finished with Davis McLean getting his win and keeping his undefeated record, more thanks to Tamika's help and Tariq blowing up Cooper Saxe, someone who now works for Davis McLean. But as we all know, McLean doesn't do anything unless it benefits him, and there was an ulterior motive for bringing in Saxe, which did become more clear in season 2.
And I think the minute that Davis assigned Saxe to try to get Theo out was a mistake. I mean, I understand what he's thinking because Saxe is one of the best, but at the same point in time, you know, I feel like Saxe is going to uncover the truth, found that, hey, this is your brother. He's going to figure out that he's covering for him. I mean, it's going to put Davis and his brother in a difficult situation. I don't see it ending good for Saxe just because, you know, Saxe is one of them niggas, like, he a justice nigga at heart. Like, you know, he can't just put something aside and just leave it alone. Like, him, Johnny Sullivan, Blanca Rodriguez, like, they would die doing their jobs. And so that's just why I think, and we know that Saxe said he was going to feed information to Jenny Sullivan in the finale of season 2. So I just definitely don't see it ending good for Saxe. And I definitely think he's going to uncover some things about these two. Y'all gotta let me know in the comment section what you think, though.
Season 2 started with Davis McLean being crowned as the biggest defense attorney in New York after Tasha St. Patrick win, and a continuation from where we left off at the end of season 1. He was working with Cooper Saxe, but as always, Tariq was always going to give McLean a call. But it wasn't just Tariq St. Patrick who needed the help of McLean in season 2, so did Monet and the Tejadas.
How much?
$1 million.
You think I'm stupid?
No, I don't. After all, you chose me.
McLean was put in a position to help Zeke, who was caught up in this murder charge for both Ramirez and Jabari, and even though Zeke was eventually cleared, the heat wasn't off the Tejadas, and Monet needed McLean to—
Man, R.I.P. Zeke. Bro did not deserve to go out like that. Like, y'all know when you shoot somebody in Grand Theft Auto and they just fall over, just, like, yeah, that's how Zeke went out.
feed her information, something that cost her $500k, on top of the million she spent protecting Zeke. Now, we also saw Kane trying to threaten Davis McLean, but not realizing he was threatening the man who could help both him and Tariq, because Kane
is not a smart nigga. Like, that nigga has never been a thinker at all. That is one dumb motherfucker. I mean, like, nigga, if you kill Davis McQueen, y'all niggas gonna be stuck with public defenders.
Tariq were in this together, but with Davis McLean now being introduced to the Tejadas, no doubt, he's gonna be seeing the dollar signs, and I'm sure we're gonna see Davis working with Tariq as well as the Tejadas. But this is something Cooper Saxe was struggling to come to terms with, especially when Davis took on Lorenzo's case. Saxe wasn't happy with putting a criminal back on the streets, but for Davis, it's all about money, fame, and undefeated record.
Huh, that's so funny because he had no problem doing it with 2-Bit.
So we constantly saw this back and forth with Cooper Saxe, one which eventually led him to telling Johnny Sullivan this.
I think Davis is working as the Tejada's consigliere. See, if Davis or Kane Tejada or Tariq St. Patrick find out that I'm informing on them, we both know I'm dead.
Now, there are a lot of reasons.
That is very foreshadowing to me. Just saying, oh, she's cute. God damn. Oh shit. I hope my girlfriend don't see this shit. Oh yeah, you guys have a new girlfriend. I don't know if I told y'all that or not. But anyway, Where that what? I don't want to see. I don't want to see these two goons, nigga. Where'd that cute girl go? But what the fuck? Okay, what the fuckle, bro? What's going on? What the fuck? Get this shit out of my face, dude. Please get this shit out of my face, dude. There we go. Oh, look. Hey, Sam, please really works. You guys, when everything is going wrong in life, just say please. But yeah, I definitely think it was kind of foreshadowing. I think Cooper Sacks is definitely probably going to go in season 3. I mean, bro should have won in the original Power. I mean, his time is long overdue. I mean, technically speaking, he's been in 9 seasons of the Power universe. Wouldn't that be crazy if we seen like a young Saxon raising Kanan coming up? Like that'd be nuts if they just threw it in as a cameo. I'd love to see some shit like that. But anyway, yeah, y'all gotta let me know in the comment section or whatnot if y'all think Sax is gonna live or if Sax is gonna be a fucking pack. Y'all gotta let me know in the comment section though.
There are a lot of reasons why Cooper Sacks wants to help Jenny Sullivan, and Lauren and Carrie's death.
Oh, real quick, also just want to mention if you obviously I'll put it at the end of the video, but I actually did a death predictions video on Sax for season 3, so y'all can go check that out if you want to.
Death is definitely part of the reason, but this is something I'm going to come back around to because this is going to play a pivotal role in the story for Davis McLean, Cooper Sacks, and the Tejadas' future, as well as Theo Rollins. Now, before McLean was thrusted into protecting more criminals, we learned more backstory and how he had a history with Professor Carrie Milgram, someone who he blew up on the stand, and someone who Monet killed, making it look like a suicide. We were also introduced to his brother Theo Rollins, and there are a few factors to consider when it comes to his brother. He mentioned that he's on medication, and it doesn't look good, and so I think he's on borrowed time, which is why he doesn't want Davis to push Sacks too hard on freeing him from prison. But not only because of his health. At the beginning of season 2, Theo made a point of how things could come out if he pushes Sacks too hard, but I'm sure we could all see it in McLean's face. He definitely feels guilt for Theo being in prison, because from Theo's original character description, it does say they could have been very well sitting on the opposite sides of this table, and with the emotion on Davis's face to the dialogue surrounding Davis McLean being 4 inches taller than his brother, that was the evidence to tell us Theo's in prison for the manslaughter that Davis committed.
I'm at least 4 inches taller than you, motherfucker.
Yeah, someone else clearly committed the manslaughter. The prosecutors suppressed evidence that indicated the actual assailant was at least 4 inches taller than Theo Rollins.
So as we enter season 3, one of the main key details that was revealed at the back end of season 2 was how McLean was 4 inches taller than Theo Rollins. Sacks also said the man behind the crime was also at least 4 inches taller, and so I fully expect Sacks to work on Theo's release, which will end up causing a few complications for Davis, because no doubt, Sacks will piece the puzzle together, and we all know he's a man who's going to be working with Jenny Sullivan. But this also ties in with the potential death theory of Cooper Sacks, as well as Davis McLean's first defeat theory. Because when and if Sacks finds out the truth, and with him working with Jenny Sullivan, is he just on borrowed time? Or could he help inflict Davis McLean's first ever defeat and send him to prison? But another key detail is
Yeah, I don't know. That just the whole thing would be insane. I mean, it just all points at nothing good for McLean or Sacks. I mean, I just wouldn't be surprised to see McLean go to jail. Or wouldn't it be ironic? Because you know how the twist all with power. Wouldn't it be ironic if Theo Rollins got released from jail, Davis McLean got released from, or he gets arrested, and then Theo like winds up dying from his sickness or something? Like, I don't know. It's either that or maybe like yeah, like Theo's gonna be dying from his sickness in season 3, and if Davis does go down, maybe he's gonna kill Sacks because I don't think Jenny Sullivan has what it takes to prosecute Davis McQueen. I feel like he's too smart. I feel like Davis McQueen would have a lawyer, which would probably wind up being Tamika, in my opinion, but you never know. But whoever's lawyer is, I feel like him and his lawyer would be more working together opposed to his lawyer just running the case because it's Davis McQueen. So overall, like I said, I feel like Sacks would be the only thing that could really put Davis away. If Theo was to hypothetically get rid of Sacks, then I see them both getting away with it. But then, like I said, we have no idea what Theo's illness is, so we have no idea what the extent of that is. So, yeah, a lot going on in this storyline.
Is how Theo told Davis he would do anything to keep him out of prison, as well as die for him, which is something to bear in mind when Theo's released. But he's not doing so great himself, and so I wouldn't be surprised if he was a death in season 3 either. I also think we're going to learn more about McClane's backstory with the introduction to his wife, because Corny Kemp did say she has a perfect person to play the role, and they've also hinted at it a few times across both season 1 and 2. So Davis's backstory is something that will definitely be explored. And so with that being said, that's a breakdown of the backstory for Davis McClane from what we know so far, and how he could find himself in trouble with Cooper Saxe, piecing the puzzle together, which could end up forcing McClane's hand. Or will he taste his first ever defeat? Will we also see Cooper Saxe finally meet his death, as well as Theo Rollins? Because those two would be high up on my death predictions for Power Book 2 Ghost Season 3.
Oh, yes.
So drop all your thoughts down below on all things Davis McClane, and of course if you are new to the channel and you haven't done so already, then remember to smash the subscribe button if you want to see everything Power Book 2 Ghost and Power Universe related. But as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Alright, y'all, if you enjoyed the vid, like, sub, but go sub to the man's movie bot. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace. Oh, yeah.